Can you explain the product life cycle from the fintech product manager's perspective?
Yeah. So a product life cycle typically is, and I'm going to talk about, let's say, a new product, because the life cycle is more elaborated for a new product. So it starts with research, right? And so somebody might come up and say that, hey, this is the requirement, or hey, this is the problem that my customer is facing, or what if we do this? So then if that seems like a good enough idea, from that idea, a product manager starts researching. The researching is through face-to-face or focus interviews with customers, interviews with the sales teams, marketing teams, internal teams, strategy teams, to understand how will that product fit into everybody's requirements or everybody's delivery point of views. um, and then crunching a lot of data, right? So a lot of analytics on studying what are the current trends, how are the customers behaving on the website, what is the kind of adoption, what are the kind of metrics that we are seeing. So all of that data, stitch all of that together, and then there will be a sort of a pattern emerging, that okay, these are the customers we have, these are how they behave, or these are how they use our products, interact with our products, and this particular idea, this is where this can actually provide value. So based on this analysis and based on this synthesis of this analysis, a product manager will then say that okay, these are my hypotheses, so hypothesis A, B and C, and these are the personas that I can see are coming up from my customer research. Once that is there, then the product actually, like, then a little bit of idea starts coming for the kind of usage that the customers would want out of that type of a product, right? So then user stories get developed from it, wherein a product manager thinks of all possible things that a customer would want to do or a user would want to do from that product. And then based on the stories that are there, the feature building starts happening. So it is usually done in discussions with various teams. Sometimes it is like an individual process, sometimes it's a collaborative process, but yeah, the features are basically, they should involve all aspects of the product usage, right? So they should not be just from a view of the technical usage, they should just not be from a strategic use point of view, but they should involve all aspects. And once the holistic repository of features is made, then there's the prioritization exercise which happens. This prioritization exercise again might happen with designers, engineers in collaboration, or it might happen first, it might happen individually, and then the product manager might choose to discuss it with other teams. So once the prioritization happens, then the feature list is finalized, and then the scoping exercise takes place with the engineering tech teams, wherein the tech teams will say that okay, this is the kind of timeline that is involved for building this feature. We will need so many man days for this, we will need so many engineers for this, so many developers for this. We have currently XYZ number of developers we need to hire for this. Hiring might happen for a lot of products, usually hiring happens. So then all of the tech resourcing elements come into picture in that life cycle, and then finally the development is started after sign-offs from all of the teams. Development, once it is started, there are daily stand-ups, there are daily catch-ups on what is happening. A lot of things, they sometimes go back to scoping because certain solutioning is not coming as pictured or as expected by the product teams. So there's a lot of to and fro between engineering and product teams, and they try to arrive at a solution which works for both. So that happens, and then finally the rollout happens, wherein there is a phased rollout which happens. Beta versions or early adopter programs might take place, and then the analytics happens for that particular rollout. Once the analytics give some data on what went right, what went wrong, then the product might go for a general availability, which is a GA rollout in the market. And yeah, then obviously the data is tracked for how the product is performing. So that's the life cycle in general.